In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 reasons why NFTs are bad. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. Digital assets including artwork, music, and in-game objects, known as non-fungible tokens (NFTs), are used to represent non-fungible assets. These have become highly sought-after collectibles. The negative aspects. Rug pull NFT frauds have been reported on several occasions, and there is no indication that the scams will cease down. They play on the greed and stupidity of those who are unfamiliar with non-fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies, and they take advantage of the extremely speculative character of their valuations. Because of their speculative nature, many people believe that NFTs are in a bubble similar to the tulip mania of the 17th century, when prices of tulip bulbs skyrocketed as people continued to buy them in the hope that the value would rise and they could then sell them for a profit at a higher price. When the prices of tulip bulbs eventually reached a point where no one could sell them for a profit, it was due to the fact that everyone was hanging onto them with the same profiteering purpose in mind. The tulip bubble burst and the price of tulip bulbs dropped as a result. This also implies that many individuals do not see NFTs as a beneficial type of technology, but rather as a financial tool through which they may generate money. Some have claimed that non-fungible tokens, NFTs, have no intrinsic worth, and that they are used to artificially boost the value of certain digital assets. When firms such as Ubisoft and Square Enix declare that they would get engaged in NFTs, it is difficult to understand how players will gain from the decision, since it is not at all evident how NFTs will help to improve the quality of games. In-game objects and in-game currency are already available in a number of forms for those who employ microtransactions, and internet markets such as Steam have long enabled users to deal digitally. After all, many of these games have their own in-game economies to contend with. Essentially, if something isn't broken, don't try to repair it. Another difficulty is that, particularly in the case of digital art, you are paying a significant sum of money for an image that you can simply right-click and save for free. This is particularly problematic. Indeed, the expression right-clicker mindset has been coined to describe those who don't realize how important it is to have an original copy of a file rather than just purchasing a cheap copy on the internet. Speaking of low-cost reproductions, there have also been instances in which individuals have minted non-financial transfers, NFTs, of stolen artwork. In fact, even original NFTs are not safeguarded against theft, which calls into question the notion that they are intended to be more secure than standard transactions. However, not all NFTs might be characterized as original. Many of them, with the exception of a few tiny differences, are very identical to one another. Even the NFTs on Neopets are produced at random. However, the environmental impact of NFTs is the most significant reason why they are disliked. To mint and purchase an NFT, you must first mine cryptocurrency. Mining crypto is simply the process of solving a series of digital algorithms, and it necessitates the use of a significant amount of computer power to do this. Some artists are already barred from participating in NFTs because they may not be able to purchase the resources necessary to earn cryptocurrency. However, it does it at the expense of a great deal of energy. According to CBS News, Ethereum presently uses 44.94 terawatt-hours of energy, which is on par with the total energy usage of the whole nation of Hungary and the entire country of Qatar combined. Compared to other countries, Bitcoin utilizes the same amount of power as Malaysia, Sweden, and Ukraine combined. Given how much some NFTs sell for and how ubiquitous they are becoming, there has been some fear that the NFT craze could result in an increase in energy consumption and carbon emissions as more individuals mine for cryptocurrency. Despite the fact that organizations such as Ethereum claim to be focusing on lowering their use, there is no clear timeframe for when this will become a reality in practice. There is also rising concern about the environmental effect of the practice of medicine. Are NFTs bad for the environment? NFTs are a technique for artists to monetize their assets by selling them in a digital format. The word non-fungible refers to the fact that each NFT is a unique asset, thus the name. According to CNBC, NFTs are a significant industry, with the market expected to reach $10 billion in sales by late 2021. As the market expands, so does the public's concern for the environment. The Ethereum network is where the majority of NFTs are traded. This implies that each transaction makes use of a mining process in order to confirm the trade and transaction involved. Many people are concerned about the amount of energy used in mining because they believe it will contribute to carbon emissions if non-clean energy sources are employed. Here's how it works in a nutshell. Number 1. The Ethereum blockchain, which is used by the majority of NFTs, needs a proof-of-work method to confirm each new block. Number 2. Computer networks are used to solve complicated challenges in order to have the authority to confirm the blockage. Number 3. In the aim of obtaining the gas fees created by the confirmation of the block, every node in the network consumes energy. Number 4. This structure encourages miners to invest in more gear, which necessitates the use of even more electricity from the grid. Number 5. Power sources that release greenhouse gases have a detrimental influence on the environment. Artist Joni LeMercier estimated that selling one NFT was the equivalent of providing enough electricity to operate her art studio for a full 2 years. A total of 8.7 megawatt-hours of energy is estimated to have been used by the transaction, which took barely 10 seconds. Each blockchain transaction requires the confirmation of NFTs, which consume energy. This implies that when it is resold, it consumes the same amount of energy as when it was first created, doubling the impact of every one NFT on the market. NFTs for a sustainable future. Despite the fact that there is a reason for worry, the non-financial technology (NFT) sector is exploring methods to make non-financial transactions more sustainable and ecologically benign. Number 1. Using green energy resources for mining. The first option is to encourage more blockchain mining to be done using renewable energy sources. Reduce the effect of carbon-generated electricity by disconnecting miners from the conventional power grid and relying on renewable sources of energy instead. Solar and wind energy may be used to power mining operations, among other things. The mining industry would be removed from the regular power grid, resulting in a reduction in carbon emissions. In addition to assisting the blockchain industry, investing in green energy solutions may help to lessen the consequences of carbon emissions caused by conventional energy use among customers. Experts are concerned with how and where rising resources should be exploited and developed to the greatest extent possible. Number 2. Moving to proof-of-stake systems. While the majority of NFTs are represented on the Ethereum blockchain, those represented on the Cardano and Solana blockchains function on a proof-of-stake method. Ethereum is developing a proof-of-stake mechanism known as Ethereum 2.0, although the exact release date is still uncertain. If the quantity of coins staked by the validator exceeds a certain threshold, a proof-of-stake system will verify a block transaction, lowering the amount of problem-solving required in a proof-of-work system. Number 3. Batching transactions. One thing that some NFT markets are attempting to do in order to decrease energy usage is to batch transactions together. This may be accomplished by adding an additional layer to the purchasing process. Buyers would conduct transactions outside of the network, allowing the blockchain to batch process all transactions at the same time, hence lowering energy usage. As of right now, this sort of two-layer technique is being used by the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Bottom line: NFTs are a rapidly expanding asset class, with forecasts for future growth only rising as the metaverse expands. However, as the business and its influence increase, it is necessary to address the environmental impact of NFTs, notably the energy required for mining in order to authenticate a blockchain transaction. There are solutions available, such as switching to new proof-of-stake systems and batching transactions to decrease energy usage and costs. What is your opinion about NFTs? Let us know in the comment box below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Thank you.